So behind us now are the Thule houses, three of the four Thule houses on site. Where they're excavating down here, we think this is house 3. We're basing that on some photographs from a report in the 1950s. Again, we don't really have maps, we're not sure, but we think this is house 3.
So this is where people used to live?
Yeah, for sure. People have lived here for at least 3,000, probably 3,500, maybe 4,000 years. Inuit have always told us that there were people here before them. They've always told us about the Tunit people, the people that lived on the land before, that made the caribou drive lanes, that put in the fish weirs, that made the land livable. And there's stories about meeting these people and seeing their houses, their artifacts on the land. So the Inuit have always been telling Southern archaeologists that there were people here before. The Inuit Heritage Trust here in Nunavut thought that this would be a good example, a good location to reconstruct a Thule house using whalebone and sealskin coverings as traditionally as possible.
We're trying to find kind of the boundaries of the house that we've been excavating, and so we're trying to, you can see by the walls of where we dug that there's kind of layer after layer of soil, and we're trying to figure out what was kind of the original house and what was dirt that was piled up over it, and what was original layers where people occupied the area at one time. It's always fascinating to see how people have lived out on the land here, and how long they've lived out on the land, and kind of the ways they've made their life up in the Arctic. It's always interesting.
So far, the types of remains that I've found have mostly been faunal remains, or the animal bones, that would be indications of what the individuals who previously lived here would have eaten, the types of meals they would have prepared, the types of animals they would have hunted and caught. So a lot of those, of course, are small fragments of bones because they were cut up for meal preparation, sometimes perhaps for tool preparation in terms of bones also used for handles.
These are primarily pre-Dorset tools. Believe it or not, this is a little engraving tool. The working edge is this point here, and they were made by driving special flakes right off the end of that tool. This would have been hafted in a handle. The handle wouldn't probably be much bigger than a pencil, but this is the sort of tool that people would have used to carve bone or antler or ivory.
What would it be like if you were living here? Would you have picked the spot?
Yeah. There's since we've been here, it's been a beautiful spot. The bugs haven't been bad. We know there's fish in the river. From the faunal remains, we found seal and caribou. It seems like an abundant area. It's sheltered. You have a good view of the bay, of the marine mammals that would have been living out there. Everything you need is right here in this spot.